My name is Tulisile Ndlovu. I come from Zimbabwe. What informed me to come to the UK, it was when the economy of Zimbabwe was starting to get so bad, and my mom suggested that I should try coming this side. But initially, I was meant to go to Canada. But in the process of preparation and gathering money, Canada introduced a visa scam. But the major reason was the economy and the political status of Zimbabwe was really getting bad. So when I entered the UK, I claimed asylum in 2002, and now we're in 2023. But the process of getting the legal status to be here, it wasn't easy for me. There were some challenges because I went for the interview in June. By July, they had responded, and I didn't manage to get the status there and then. So I had to go through appeals. My appeal failed. I went through up until I exhausted the last appeal, and they were telling me that I do not have any rights to appeal. I should just volunteer and go back to my country. So I now looked for new lawyers, of which they applied for me a new claim that was going to almost 2003 now. But in the process of that, I got pregnant. I had a son, still with no paper. After having the baby, I tried to go there to call them to say, I am here, I couldn't come at this time because of this and that. They couldn't find my file. They couldn't find anything to do with me. So I escaped that process. And then along the way, 2007, my husband decided to marry me. He went and paid the lobolas and everything like what we do in our culture. So we got married 2007. After that, I stayed again, still waiting. Nothing was coming through. Then the lawyer said, since you are now married, let's try again. You are now married, you've got a child, you've been here for this long. So we put another application. That one, then I waited until 2008, September 2008. That's when I was now granted leave to remain in this country. I was given a settlement outside the refugee, whatever. It was really challenging, to be honest. It was really challenging that I don't know if I would say if I wasn't someone who is strong or if I was someone who is not prayerful, if I would have survived. Yeah, 3-in-1 is not easy. It really needs someone who has good support around them. As for me, I would say I am happy that my family is supporting me, my friends are supporting me, my church members are supporting me. It's not easy. It's not easy, to be honest. A lot of people have dropped from my course. So it's not an easy thing to juggle. It needs someone who is focused, who is good with their time management, because meeting those deadlines is not easy. You've got placement to look at. You've got family to look at. When you come home, they want you as mom, not as a student. When you go to your lectures, they want their work done. So it's not very easy, but you just have to keep pressing on and achieve what you've already started. Yeah, you can see that UK is no longer the same as before. Before I would go out with my 20 pounds and I would load my trolley with shopping and stuff like that. But now things are becoming so expensive, and it's like you are just working for bills and stuff. You can't even afford to save something out of what you are earning. It's becoming a challenge. Yeah. This side, things are no longer as what they looked like. You might say, yes, greener pastures. People are still coming though, because they are not understanding it. Given a choice, if it wasn't of the way it is in my country, now some days they go for a week with no water, no electricity. So you are now weighing, but you are like, is it worth it going back, or is it okay for me to just carry on here? But things are no longer the same. That greener pasture that we were looking for is no longer there. Since Brexit, things have just gone so bad.